Chemical companies often share complex supply chains, operating in hazardous environments and subject to ever-increasing regulatory burden. Robin Ross visited Womble Bond Dickinson to see how the law firm helps clients to be as successful as they can be, whilst managing risks and costs.
From drinking bottles to our clothes, chemicals are used in nearly everything we wear or touch. So the chemical industry must navigate an ever-changing regulatory landscape. The chemical industry is highly regulated, so it has to be compliant. Otherwise, it risks lives, damaging the environment and reputation. Mark Kenrick is CEO of the PX Group. He's meeting Lucy Pringle, Legal Director at Womble Bond Dickinson, a transatlantic law firm that works closely with the chemical industry here on Teesside. Mark's taken their advice across a number of companies.
I was working for a company that had gone into administration. We came out of administration with some new owners, and Womble Bond Dickinson were a fundamental part of putting the commercial contracts together that enabled us to get back up and trading as quickly as we did. Without that help, we'd have been struggling and we wouldn't have been able to sell to blue chip companies as we did then.
I think what differentiates us from other law firms is just how embedded we are in the chemical sector. We've got decades and decades of experience working in the sector, and so we have a cross-disciplinary chemicals team who specialise in working on projects in the sector, and that's why we can add so much value to the advice that we give, because we've got all of that experience.
Many have worked as in-house lawyers in the chemical industry, including partner Peter Snaith.
I actually worked with ICI and then latterly with INEOS in-house as an in-house lawyer, and then I came back to private practice to provide a similar in-house type of service but for a wider range of clients. We put members of our team out onto comment so that they don't just sit here in an office, they work on a chemical site, they listen to what people are dealing with day to day.
A processing project is legally complex from beginning to end. Not complying with regulations can lead to big fines and even prison.
Typically they may come to us when they're being investigated and an incident has happened, but really the ideal scenario for us is for clients to come to us whilst they're thinking about a particular process or activity or product, so we can help them make sure that they get things right in the first place.
Womble Bond Dickinson has worked on some of the biggest projects in the UK and abroad. It was involved in SABIC's multi-million-pound project to convert its Wilton plant to ethane gas. It's safeguarded thousands of jobs in the northeast.
At the moment, we are supporting the project to redevelop the South Tees site. When SSI closed, it was a hammer blow to the Teesside economy, and it's fantastic to see that huge industrial site being redeveloped.
The industry is facing challenges from Brexit and fluctuating energy prices. So the legal firm helps to bring the industry together to share ideas, organising networking events and seminars.
The key thing is the chemicals industry having a united voice and making sure that its voice is heard when there are significant challenges for the sector. So bringing everybody together gives them a much more positive and a much louder voice.
The firm was named Service Provider of the Year by the Chemical Industries Association and works closely with local trade associations.
I think one of the things that really is impressive about Womble Bond Dickinson is their commitment to youth. They're looking for ways to involve the youth within the process industry in the northeast in a much more active way, trying to share and grow.
And as the industry grows, it must adapt to a new future.
At the moment, a lot of manufacturers seem reluctant to embrace the confluence of technologies that makes up the fourth industrial revolution. But early adopters will see significant dividends. So we're really keen to help our clients embrace it and use our experience of capital projects to support them with it.
And having the support of a legal team, whether that's in-house or provided from the likes of Womble Bond Dickinson, is very, very important to ensure that you know what you're doing and you do sleep at night.